Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me, Sarah, and today I'm going to be talking about my August 2022 favorites. So this past month literally flew by, so not too much really happened this past month other than me going back to work, celebrating my brother-in-law's birthday, and I was sick like at the end of July, so I feel like this whole August month was such a blur for me, but I did snag some really cool Amazon finds that I am gonna go over in this video today. I also watched some really funny, awesome movies that I wanted to share the synopsis with y'all today. This video is gonna be more of just like a rapid fire, kind of showing y'all my new changes to my room. I bought some new curtains. I also have some new plants and new pots for them. And yeah, that's really all I've got for y'all this month. So first, I'm gonna go over my Amazon finds that I felt were noteworthy. So I got some new curtains, and this was a little bit of a struggle for me. So I have some really big windows in my bedroom, and I went without curtains for like a few weeks because I just could not decide on what curtains I wanted to get. I love the natural light that comes into my room. I didn't want to sacrifice that, so I didn't want blackout curtains, but I didn't want the semi-sheer ones either, just because it casts like a really weird lighting situation in my room. So I went with white sheer curtains, and I am so pleased with them. They provide such a light, airy feel to my room. These curtains didn't affect the lighting at all. I also got some new magnetic curtain tiebacks. So I was torn because I used to use hair clips to tie back my curtains, but I realized that it just is not aesthetically pleasing at all. So I invested in some of these magnetic tiebacks, and I went with these rope ones. They're pretty sturdy, they do the trick, and I actually really like them. They go with my room, so for it being the price that it was, I was really happy. And then I went to Home Depot with my mom, and I had to get more of these hanging pots. I love these ferns. They have literally grown so much within just a few weeks of being home. They just provide such an elevated element to my room. I feel like this is like a little greenhouse sanctuary that I'm in, and they have just been so easy to care for, low maintenance, and they are growing like crazy. I also have some new pots. I got these from TJ Maxx. Honestly, TJ Maxx is where I buy a majority of my plant pots just because they're so affordable, and they have really cute designs that whenever I looked elsewhere, they were like twice or 3 times the price. So TJ Maxx has been really hooking it up for me, but I think these two woven ones were actually from IKEA. They were a little less than $10. I also ordered some new pens from Amazon. I really like these pens because they glide really smoothly, and just the color options, you can't really find pens in these type of vintage pastel colors. I really love them, and as you can tell, the ink matches perfectly with the pen itself, so you know exactly what to expect before you write. And you know, I'm always writing, so I really appreciated this whole pen set. I also got some new candles from TJ Maxx. I love candles, okay? I love the DW home candles specifically. They have so many amazing scents, but I really fell in love with this toffee caramel scent. It smells so delicious. And I also really loved this pumpkin candle scent. It reminds me of Halloween time, fall vibes, and I'm saving this candle for when it is that time because it really puts me in the mood for fall. I also wanted to show how I reorganized my floating shelves above my bed. So as y'all know, I am a huge book nerd. I love reading, and if I could, I'd just spend all day reading and doing nothing else. So I like changing it up, and I didn't want to keep my plant in the middle, so I like this a lot more. It just looks better in my opinion. And that was really it for my new home changes. So next I'm gonna go through more of my Amazon finds that have literally changed my life. So the first one are these nipple covers. They're by the brand Nippies, and they were honestly like $27, and you get a pair of these here. These are the ones I've got, and They are amazing. I have been on the hunt for good nipple covers because you know when you wear certain dresses or tank tops or whatever and a bra just isn't gonna do it for you, and sometimes you just want to cover your nipples. So these are amazing. They look so smooth when I wear a t-shirt. You can't even tell that I'm wearing a nipple cover. They're not bulky, they don't bulge out. Like, they are amazing and so easy to wash. So I know that they're almost $30, y'all, but these are the best nipple covers I have come across. And as you can tell, they're pretty thin, so they stick pretty nicely to your nipples. And again, they don't have that weird look on the outside of your shirt or dress whenever you wear them, so you wouldn't even be able to tell. And they're super comfortable. And every product that I mention, I'm gonna link it down below, especially if I got them from Amazon, so y'all don't have to worry about searching for them. The next Amazon purchase that I got are these sports bras, which are these sports bras right here. I got the size medium. I bought the 5-pack, I believe. These sports bras are from the brand Merity. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this 5-pack was about $30, and I got the size medium. I'm a 34D, but for me, the biggest issue when it came to like running in the backyard or working out is I didn't want my boobs flip-flopping everywhere, and I wanted full like max support when it came to that. And I have not found a sports bra that actually did the trick, except when I ordered these. They are the racer back style, and some of the reviews, because I go through reviews. I'm a review person. I like to look at, you know, what's your proportions, your measurements, your body type, like what were you looking for when you bought this product, and you know what I'm looking for, and does this match up with you being satisfied with the product. Even the negative ones I like to read. I want to see why they didn't like it, and the really positive ones that give more of a description, I definitely look into it, and I decided to go with these, and they have been amazing. I'm telling y'all, if you are on the hunt for max support sports bras, I highly recommend this one. If you are like much bigger than a D cup or a double D, then this may not be enough support, because I do notice a little bit of bounce if I'm on my period and my boobs are more like swollen and sensitive. Then these, I do feel a slight bounce. So they're not like super constricting, but they do the trick if you are not larger than a D. So next I'm gonna go into my movie recommendations from August. So the first one is a funny movie. I didn't expect to be as funny as it was, but it was Man from Toronto, starring Woody and Kevin Hart. So the world's deadliest assassin and New York's biggest screw up are mistaken for each other at an Airbnb rental. That is literally the premise of the whole movie, but it was so freaking funny and entertaining. Like, trust me, it doesn't even feel like you watched a movie for like 2+ hours. So I highly recommend this one if you're in the mood to laugh. The next movie is Uncharted. So I was really thrilled because I really like Tom Holland. He definitely was a celebrity crush of mine. He did a really great job. This was kind of a different role for him. Street smart Nathan Drake is recruited by seasoned treasure hunter Victor Sully Sullivan to recover a fortune amassed by Ferdinand Magellan and lost 500 years ago by the House of Moncada. Crazy movie, action-packed, so much adventure, great acting, humorous, highly recommend as well. The next movie is more of a romance movie, and honestly a little bit dramatic, but I really liked it. It was Purple Hearts, starring Sophia Carson and Nicholas Galitzine. Oh my god, I probably really butchered it. So, in spite of their many differences, Cassie, a struggling singer-songwriter, and Luke, a troubled Marine, agree to marry solely for military benefits. But when tragedy strikes, the line between real and pretend begins to blur. It's such a great movie. I didn't expect it to be as realistic and for it to pull on my heartstrings the way that it did. The acting was phenomenal, especially from Sophia Carson. I'm used to her from her Disney Channel days, so this was such a great breakout role for her, and I think that this is going to open up so many doors for her in the film industry because it really showed her acting range. For the other co-star, Nicholas, I did not expect that. Like, I was so blown away by how great his acting was in this movie. It was so natural, and I really feel like this role was made perfectly for him. Like, he definitely brought that element to his character that was really, really special to watch on screen. But that movie took me by surprise. It was definitely more of a realistic take when it comes to romance, especially dating in the military. I even have a video on my YouTube that talks about dating in the military, and the on-screen chemistry was super noticeable, so that was really fun to watch. The next movie that I watched that falls into the rom-com category is Wedding Season. That was such a great movie. I really enjoyed it. So, pressured by their parents to find spouses, Asha and Ravi pretend to date during a summer of weddings, only to find themselves falling for each other. This was such an entertaining movie. I feel like I can really relate to the main character of it, but if you're in the mood for one that's just a casual watch, I do recommend Wedding Season. It was definitely entertaining. And the last movie that just was amazing, and I do plan on rewatching this weekend, but it was Someone Great, and that is starring Gina Rodriguez, Brittany Snow, DeWanda Wise, Lakeith Stanford, and Peter Vack. After a devastating breakup on the eve of her cross-country move, Jenny enjoys one last New York City adventure with her two best pals. Someone Great is a romantic comedy about love, loss, growth, and the everlasting bond of female friendship. So this movie really hit me differently because the main message of it, or the whole point of it, was just, it was like a perfect representation of falling in love and the new feelings that come up, the new emotions that you're not used to, and new experiences, and just how in the end you should cherish the love and the memories that you had with a certain person and just be grateful at the end of the day. So that movie really hit me differently, and the end quote or the end line of that movie just like shot through my heart. I loved it. I would highly recommend to anybody who is kind of going through a breakup or heartbreak and just want a movie to relate to when it comes to moving forward. And that's pretty much it. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you've watched any of these movies, if you're interested in purchasing any of these Amazon items that I've mentioned, what some of your favorites were from this past month. I would love to know. And if you haven't already, please make sure to check that description box down below. I have a timestamp if you want to hop around this video. I have links to related videos of mine that you may find helpful or entertaining. And please stay tuned. I post every single Monday.